What's up, everybody? Welcome, BTC community, Ethereum community, XRP community, ADA community, DOT community, XLM community, all the communities out there. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another DLT charts and news live stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Good to see you, Crypto Way of Life. Thara saying first, BC in the Matrix saying last. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Thanks for tuning in. Let me know if all the levels are good with the music and the vocal, guys. I would appreciate it. Before we get started, give it a minute or so for some other people to start jumping into the chat. Appreciate everybody who's here. No consent. What's up, man? Hi to you, my man. Happy New Year to y'all. Thanks for the 2 likes already. Thanks for hitting those likes on the way in, guys. I really appreciate it. Helps out the channel a lot, that's for sure. So, guys, what do we got lined up for today's live stream? We're hanging out with the Blue Crew, of course, the DL team, talking, catching up, looking at what's up here on the charts, seeing what prices are up, what coins are starting to make moves, and kind of, maybe starting to gain some momentum after that, dip we've had for the past couple of days. Maybe some other coins are starting to rocket and go up, and, talk about some that are maybe sticking out. ECB President Christine Lagarde also calling for global regulation of Bitcoin. We'll see that video. Institutions don't have their fill yet, says Mike Novogratz. An online future for finance is inevitable, says OCC's Brooks. No middle ground inside Colombia's race to become a major regional crypto. And BitGo hires ex-Coinbase COO. So we're going to see about that as well. And I'm not sure if this has the same correlation, this article, with the other one that we just saw, but we'll look into this one a little bit just to see what Brian Brooks is talking about here. Obviously, Brian Brooks has kind of become a big face for crypto in terms of being one of those people who's like on the forefront of regulation and obviously pro-crypto, pro-innovation in the US and US opening up to that innovation that's being provided by these blockchain projects, like the energy web tokens, the tracks, the ETNs, the CODIs, the nanos, right? The XTZs. I've been starting to look at a lot of these cryptos and seeing which ones had ICOs and which ones didn't, because I feel like the SEC really doesn't like cryptos that had ICOs, right? Isn't really in favor of that. And I know it's maybe trying to correlate too much of what regulators are doing with what the markets are doing is probably not too much of a good thing, because as we can see, the markets are doing whatever they want despite what these regulators are doing. Obviously, XRP has definitely been hit hard, and the speculation is definitely keeping whatever's going on with the price of XRP being at 30 cents, because I think a lot of it is heavy manipulation. It can't just be only speculation at this point, because we had, before the SEC thing, we had years of just amazing news coming up about XRP adoption or Ripple's partnerships, and which would lead speculation into XRP. So there's something more to what's going on with the price manipulation here for XRP. Maybe all the other cryptos are actually going off true supply demand dynamics, but I think a lot of it is just pure speculation and obviously some manipulation to go along with it. Mo Money, how you doing, man? Here's a wrench, my dude. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Paige, how you doing? Good to see you, Paige. Who let the bulls out? What's up, man? Cheers to y'all. Merry morning. Whether it's morning, afternoon, day, or night. Hope it's just going well for y'all out there. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks for the 6 likes already, guys, to start up the stream hot. Bought some more ADA today. Let me see, what else did I get today? I try to spread out my buys now. At first, it used to just kind of be centralized on like one crypto, but now I try to just like get, small amount and try to spread it out amongst different ones. So I got some Atom, my IOTA, a little bit more Filecoin. Filecoin's kind of expensive at $21, but if this thing really can achieve what it's looking to do, you can probably see this thing at over $100 per Filecoin. Small supply, only 14 million, or what? Weird total supply versus circulating supply dynamic there, I guess. But as you can see, under a billion, and Greg Kidd talks it up a good amount. AVAX, Nano, HBAR, QNT, EWT, Sia Coin I'm getting more and more excited about. I think Sia Coin could definitely get back to a penny sometime soon. Maybe 2 cents. RSR, everybody loves RSR. Hard to not find somebody in crypto that doesn't like RSR too much. I'm not super bullish on it like a lot of people are, but definitely got some. Solana, trying to get as much Solana as I can as long as it's under $5. ALGO. ETN, I started getting into a little bit more ETN. I think Electronium's going to start to run. I think Electronium's just starting to join the party for its run. We'll probably see Electronium do some good things. What else have we got? Digital Bits is one to keep an eye out for. Fork of the Stellar blockchain. XDB. Works with regulators. Pretty decent supply. Interested to see what goes on with Digital Bits, that's for sure. Seems like a real boat. GoChain, part of the Hyperledger Consortia. DAG, liking DAG underneath the penny for sure. What else do we got? Yeah, Cody, man. Cody can go back to 10 cents easy, I think. I think there's nowhere to go but up for Cody. Sure, it can go back to 3 cents. I think that's where its bottom is at around 3 cents. But I think it can definitely go up to 10 cents and heck, even more if it really lives up to what it's trying to do. And it's been pretty bullish, man. It's a new coin. I think it came out in 2019, right? But definitely a lot of good potential and a lot of talking up, I've heard. And its members and board of advisors are really respectable. You got members of BlackRock. You got former officials from Ripple on there. Kava, man, at 165, I think Kava is a great deal. I need to actually get, this is the one I need to purchase more of, I think. I need to pay more attention to Kava for sure. A lot of people like Fetch and FET. But anyways, guys, welcome to another DLT news stream. Appreciate everybody tuning in. What's up to the Blue Crew out there? So ECB President Christine Lagarde called for global regulation of Bitcoin, saying the digital currency had been used for money laundering activities in some instances and that any loopholes needed to be closed. So let's check out this video. Let me set it up for y'all. What's up to everybody in the chat? Alchemist, how you doing, man? Here's a wrench. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Please use it wisely. Yeah, thanks for that input there, Alchemist. Yeah, we definitely talk, kind of go into the deep in terms of that as well. Zenobio, how you doing, man? Greetings to you. XRP Joe, how you doing, man? Mo Money, I love crypto too, man. I definitely think. eGold, yeah, I think somebody was just asking about eGold last night. I like eGold. One of our viewers here, RPM, is really big on eGold, and I think he's churned out some really good profits on that. I do like eGold. I'm not super invested in it. I'm kind of more geared towards I guess I've just gotten into all these other cryptos so much. I haven't really gotten to look so deep into eGold, but I feel like I just get so bullish on some of these top cryptos like XRP, XLM, ADA. You know, I'm trying to spread out a lot of my buys amongst these top coins, or close to the top coins, right? For right now, at least. Just because if we're talking about more retail investors coming in, more newbies coming into the space, they're definitely going to be going for these top coins big time. Looks like BTC starting to bounce pretty well as well. Thanks for the 9 likes, everybody. Thanks for the 12 viewers. How's everybody doing? Appreciate y'all. Alrighty, so let's check out what Christine Lagarde has to say about Bitcoin regulation. Let's see what she's got going on. Alright, let's get this going. Oh.
It's a speculative asset.
Let me know how the volume is for y'all. Here we go.
It is a speculative. It's a speculative asset by any account. I mean, when you look at the most recent developments upward and now the most recent downward trend, for those who had assumed that it might turn into a currency. Terribly sorry, but this is an asset, and it's a highly speculative asset, which has conducted some funny business and some interesting and totally reprehensible money laundering activity. I think that there are criminal investigations that have taken place that I'm sure will continue to take place that demonstrate it very clearly. And there has to be regulations, and this has to be applied and agreed upon. It's a matter that needs to be agreed at a global level, because if there is an escape, that escape will be used. So I think it needs to be if anything, it shows that global cooperation, multilateral action is absolutely needed, whether it's initiated by the G7, moved into the G20, and then enlarged, but it's something that needs to be addressed. And FATF is clearly an organization that has expanded in that respect.
Wow, man. So, yeah, talking about the Faster Action Task Force, I believe. Fast Action Task Force or something like that. Financial Action Task Force, FAFT. And then talking about getting global synchronized efforts in order to combat what they see Bitcoin as, a facilitator for money laundering, right? An illegal activity. Right, so she's bringing up, a concerted effort, probably initiated by the G7 to the G20 and then beyond, right? So, I think a lot of people are starting to get desensitized probably to regulation talk, and because they're seeing cryptos doing whatever it's going to do regardless. Maybe sometimes there's a catalyst of news that does make the price run in other directions, but most of the time it just seems like it's just, regardless of what we're hearing from these regulators, it's just, we hit $1 trillion last week, right? So for the total market cap, so it really just doesn't seem like these regulators are really having any control on what's going on in the crypto space. Miles Parker, what's up, man? Brian N, good seeing you. Legendary. CB, how's it going, CB? Let me give you a wrench, my man. Please use it wisely. With the wrench comes great responsibility. Good seeing you guys. What's up to the Blue Crew? Guys, thanks for the 13 likes. You guys are amazing. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Let me know if that's a good level for the music there. Probably not. There we go. That's probably better. Alrighty. So yeah, we're getting a lot of regulation talk that's happening right now. We're having Christine Lagarde jumping in on, you know, she's saying, hey, I'm sorry, but Bitcoin doesn't look like it's going to be a currency that maybe a lot of people are hoping, right? Because it's just a speculative asset, a very highly speculative asset, up and down, right? So that doesn't mean there's not more gains to come for BTC and that it can't go any higher. And that doesn't mean that it can't go any lower as well, right? So it's just a speculative, highly speculative asset. Sure, maybe it can go up to 1 million. Maybe it can crash down to 50,000, you know, from there. You know, it's just a very highly speculative asset. Doesn't sound like something you would want to be a store of value or a safe haven type of asset, right? Especially with the quality of nodes that are on the ecosystem. I wouldn't say that they have the highest quality governance on the Bitcoin blockchain, but to each his own. The speculation is definitely driving this price through the roof. And, you know, a lot of people are taking the ride and getting some profits. A lot of people are jumping in on the ride either now or jumped around 40K and are paying the price, right? So that's what it ultimately is. It's just this highly speculative asset. Some people like to play the game, some people don't. Some people like the fundamentals of Bitcoin, some people don't. In terms of my investments, I'm not so big on Bitcoin. If I get rewards or donations or anything like that in Bitcoin, I keep them. I don't trade them. I just hold on to the Bitcoin that I have. That is just that I come by through happenstance. But I'm really liking the alts, this new generation that's coming along. And, you know, even, you know, the second crypto that was created, the first interoperable crypto ever created, XRP, you know, still holds up to today's tech. It shows that it's adaptable, right? It can evolve. Bitcoin, really hard to implement. Like we said yesterday, it's like trying to build or fix a plane's wing that's fallen off mid-flight, you know? Yeah, Bitcoin gets scarier every day, that's for sure. And I'm not sure people want to live in an anarchic type of world like that, man. That's what really it all comes from what the intentions of the project were at the beginning. And, you know, Satoshi Nakamoto, the group that created it, could be a government group, by the way. Nobody ever considers that. Everybody just assumes automatically Satoshi is just somebody who wasn't involved with government whatsoever and had just the best of intentions by being anonymous, right? Because, yeah, of course, people who just like give a gift to the world and then just don't want to get credit for it automatically are good people, right? We have no clue who made Bitcoin. We have no clue. We speculate. Some people think they have a clue. Some people say they know the truth of who the real Satoshi Nakamoto is and whatnot. I hear you. But at the end of the day, there's no global consensus on who Satoshi Nakamoto really is. And I think that that's something scary when it comes to investment. I want to know who created this thing, this digital currency. We know people who created the platforms that we use on the internet. We find security in knowing there's creators out there, right? It requires a lot of trust to trust that Bitcoin is going to continue running safely into the future. It requires a lot of trust, right? Yes, there are a lot of people who have incentives to keep it alive and keep it going. But it requires a ton of trust to make that happen. And the way that it keeps the Bitcoin or Bitcoin ecosystem alive is through exhaustive mining that is leaving a massive carbon footprint and that is mostly centralized. on the east side of the world. XLM plus 517% on the year. Alchemist, I'm loving that, man. Yeah, XLM's killing it. It's about time we get to see what the consequences of that burning half of the supply is, right? Still expect a lot more out of XLM, of course. It's only getting started, that's for sure. Yeah, things like XLM, XRP, ADA, you know, these new generation high transactions, governance first, working with regulators, cryptos. I mean, yes, don't expect, you know, regulators to have effect on the prices of these coins because we're still in the Wild West, right? But just saying, very high quality governance, the quality of the nodes on their ecosystem. That's what you want, man. It's about creating a global web of trust, especially when you're talking about a whole new financial system. You definitely want these systems to be very consistent, highly secure, and can create trust where there isn't none, right? That's how you bank the unbanked, is you're creating trust amongst people who don't even know each other across the world, right? Cross-border payments. Once you involve institutions, you need regulations. Exactly, my man. That's exactly the point. So institutions, speaking of, institutions don't have their fill yet, according to Mike Novogratz. He's convinced that Bitcoin's institutional adoption is in its first inning. Bitcoin's institutional adoption is only in its first inning, according to Mike Novogratz. In an interview with Yahoo Finance, they don't have their fill yet. The institutions are coming into the space. Now that we're in the space 6 months ago, a year ago, don't have their fill yet, not even close. We're in the first inning of a 9-inning game with insurance companies, asset managers. It really seems like a lot of these people just keep reading off the Brad Garlinghouse script, man. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but... Or maybe he's reading off their script, right? Because he's a criminal, according to some people out there. But that's what we keep hearing out. This is just the beginning of a marathon, right? We're not even in the first mile of a marathon. He's saying we're just in the first inning of a 9-inning game. Right? So Bitcoin's record-breaking ascent to 42,000, crashed down to 30,000, right? Predicts that dips will be bought by Novogratz. He's saying it will move to $50,000 in the short term. We are seeing a transition from retail leverage players into much deeper pockets, much longer holdings, hands institutions. If you're an insurance company and you buy Bitcoin, you're not buying it for 2 months. You're buying it as a long duration asset, right? Holding it for long term, right? Store of value argument. We don't want to buy shoes one day with something that's $1 and that's worth $2 the next day. Yeah, that's true. I don't see how he views Bitcoin as a store of value when it has such high volatility. And literally he makes that statement, we don't want to buy shoes one day with something that's $1 and then that's worth $2 the next day. What are we seeing with Bitcoin? High volatility. You could buy something with Bitcoin and then next thing you know it goes up $1,000 the next day and that thing you just bought with Bitcoin just became more expensive, right? So that's why it's like the importance of bridge currencies is more of a thing, because these merchants are going to decide to accept your Bitcoin. They could decide to accept Bitcoin if that's what the merchants are going to decide to accept. I highly doubt it, because I think either way, central banks, since they're the regulators of their respective countries, they tell the businesses what they can accept and send to them. It's going to be these CBDCs. So either way, it'll get funneled through ISO 20022 or some sort of standard, right? Get funneled in through ISO 20022 and whatever the new SWIFT or new financial system is, whether it's Ripple, XLM, or, you know, a combination of all these things. That's why I think these bridge assets are going to have a lot of success, because right now it's just about fiat has a ton of, I'm not going to say liquidity, but a ton of depth in liquidity, right? It has reach to a lot of people already. So instead of just trying to be this currency that's trying to replace fiat that's already available to so many people in the world, Why not just make access to fiat and cheaper payments more accessible to all, right? And that's what these bridge currencies like XRP, XLM are doing. And then maybe you can start talking about these bridge currencies being the replacement currencies, right? Because they're non-sovereign, right? Global currencies. XRP Joe knows what's up. What's up, man? How you doing? RPM in the house. What's up, man? Just talking about you. Somebody was asking about e-gold. Do you want to share any of your opinions on it, man? Most part, retail investors are hardworking people, yeah. Yeah, see how large, how Lagarde put her hands to her chin when she was talking about exiting? What do you mean, man? Like, let's see.
Recent development, it's sorry, actually taken and be applied to level because agreed upon. It's a matter that needs to be agreed at a global level because, you know, if there is an escape, that escape will be used.
So if there is an escape, that escape will be used.
It needs to be if anything, it shows that global cooperation, multilateral actions that demonstrate it.
Interesting. Good call out there, Boris. There we go. RPM, you know, advocates for e-gold. So OCC, I know a lot of people already kind of know about this, so we're just going to look at his quotes here. So my thesis is that it's inevitable that the future of finance will go on the internet like information did 25 years ago. And we need to prepare banks for that world, and we need to prepare banking charters for that world. Prepare banks, prepare banking charters. What crypto is pro banks? I wonder, right? And even him, we've seen Brian Brooks take, you know, a bunch of lines out of the Brad Garlinghouse script right here. The future of finance will go on the internet like information did 25 years ago. That's what this global migration is all about, is the central banks evolving into vaults on the internet, direct bank to customer relationship, peer to peer in the biggest way, bank to peer. An intermediary without being an intermediary. All over the internet. Internet payment rails being set up right in front of our eyes, that's for sure. Being able to send payments, info, and goods all seamlessly, instantly. Hard to imagine what kind of world that is going to be like, man. By the way, somebody shared some really good stuff here with NTT data. Let me get a... This one, yeah, here we go. Is it trust? Give me a second, guys. Just trying to find the short video that NTT data did, because they say an interesting line that I want to share with you all, that's why. Okay, so right here. So NTT data, a big partner of Ripple, and helping with the Interledger protocol on Hyperledger Quilt. Check this out.
No longer exist in the future. First lesson. Cash will no longer exist in the future. People will pay with their own identity.
People will pay with their own identity. So cash will no longer exist in the future. People will pay with their own identity. This is by NTT Data Global. I thought I was subscribed to them already, but there we go. So this is a video series that they had, and I think it was called Revelations or something like that. So they're definitely revealing something. Cash will, and you notice how silent and quiet it is around that future, right? It's not really too many people in that future. Little subtext there. But saying you will be paying with your identity. Your identity will be the payment. One more time.
Longer exist. First lesson. Cash will no longer exist in the future. People will pay with their own identity.
People will pay with their own identity. This is what it's all about with ubiquitous payments, is trying to make that friction in making payments just in the same way we do with data and goods. It's not having to think about it too much, right? You already know maybe that you're paying like a monthly subscription or a yearly subscription or whatever type of subscription model that they have in the future that can allow for us to just make payments wherever we go interoperably, without having to think so much about, oh, do I have to use this card? Do I have to use that card? Oh, all these types of things. You're going to have options for whatever you want to use to pay. But at the same time, you won't have to be thinking so much about making payments all the time, right? That's what they're trying to get at, is with micropayments and ubiquitous payments, right? And that's why the identity part in blockchain is so overlooked on a lot of projects. They don't have a way of associating identity with these payments sometimes, and that's where XRP really comes in. They've been trying to attribute identity to payments for a really long time, and I assume that they do to a certain extent already with the transparency of their ledger, a lot of other involvements within their ecosystem that are dealing with, identity solutions, biometric identity solutions, like what is it, keyless, right? Keyless and global ID. I'm sure XLM and HBAR are providing some identity solutions as well, and ADA, because that's really what it's about. A lot of people are overlooking the aspect of, how do I know the value I'm sending to the person I'm trying to send it to is going to get to that person, and that person really is the person they say they are, right? That whole element of trust is so important. How's everybody doing out there? Guys, thanks for the 20 viewers. Appreciate you all tuning in. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another DLT news stream. About to be wrapping it up soon, but appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks to any new subscribers to the channel. It really helps the channel a lot, that's for sure. Thanks for the 20 likes, everybody. You guys rock. Forrest Garlinghouse talking about micropayments. Yeah, man. Ghosts in the machine. Yep. The AI works fast. Yeah, dude. They're gonna put us in the beast computer. Governmental. Yeah. Here comes the governments to help. Oh yeah, they have all the answers. Here, we'll give you our vaccines. We'll give you all these recommendations of what you should do with your finances. We're here to help you. We're here to spoon feed you everything you should do in life. We know best. We always know best, right? We know what you should say, what you shouldn't say, what is proper and what isn't proper. All that stuff, man. It's all a game. XRP Pags, what's up, dude? Good to see XRP Bags in the chat. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? Alchemist, I think I just stormed my own house, and they're gonna probably look for me for that. I think basically, through that NTT data video, we're just seeing that the future is gonna be pretty empty of people. I think most of us will probably be in prisons or in jail or something, right? We won't have the appropriate social score to go out and enjoy our lives. Maybe people with a certain social score have to stay at home and can only use outdoor time. Like that's what is going to be the new measurement of wealth, is how much outdoor time you can actually have versus others who have to stay at home. But yeah, man, interesting series. Your identity will be the payment. You will be the payment. You will be the transfer of goods, data, and value. Who you are. It makes sense, because if you're able to, these advertisers or whatever they're going to do to cater to customers, they'll be getting so much more stronger, rich data information on what you like to purchase and how often you purchase it, how much time you spend either viewing or listening to something, right? Using something. That whole streaming payments thing, like, oh, this person really likes to just, like, if you're streaming payments like breathing, basically, they're going to know everything that you like to do most of the time, and then learn how to cater experiences, products to you in a better way, right? It's all about supposedly trying to make it better for the customers, right? Better experiences for the customer, but you're just giving them a ton of data. But yeah, Christine Lagarde, man, talking about regulating crypto, it's pretty big. And then, you know, Mike Novogratz saying institutions don't have their fill yet. Online future for finance is inevitable. Colombia's race to become a major regional crypto market. Colombia saw a major boost in crypto use in 2020, both as a store of wealth and a means of transaction. I didn't really know how to approach the situation. A person like me, I never had more than $2,000 in my life. He spoke on the condition of pseudonymity or pseudonymity. Yeah. I've been getting texts almost daily from young people, to be honest, and these young people talk to other young people. What is he even talking about? But we had absolutely no money, no power, no gas. We're making sandwiches in an alcohol burner. So I guess talking about accepting crypto as a form of payment. BitGo hires ex-Coinbase COO. BitGo is, according to the U.S. Department of Treasury, failed to prevent persons located in sanctioned jurisdictions from using a non-custodial digital wallet management service. Prior to BitGo, Horowitz worked as the COO for Coinbase, where he managed regulatory and bank partner relationships. Oh, Boris Garlinghouse, wow. Oh, you're saying like the symbolism of it. Ooh, that's crazy. Jeff, I hear you, man. What's up to the Blue Crew out there? Good hanging out with y'all. Appreciate everybody tuning in. That's interesting, man. That's an interesting perspective there, Boris. Financial censorship after Capitol riot. Truly chilling, says OCC Brian Brooks. Money might be controlled by a handful of elites. The departing bank regulator said at the Wednesday event, crypto is about freedom. Everything is at risk if financial technology is politicized, said acting comptroller of the currency, Brian Brooks. We had a really awful event in the United States last week, as everybody knows, and I mean, we saw things that were not worthy of mature democracy in the 21st century, not worthy of the eras of Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. What was followed from that, however, is truly chilling. Now you've got payment companies saying that they will not process the payments of people who are a certain political party who voted one way on a contested political issue. That's an interesting point right here. Now you got payment companies saying that they will not process the payments of people who are a certain political party who voted one way on a contested political issue. It really seems like all of this is planned out, man. When you're seeing like reasons like this, now you got payment companies exposed. So now you're starting to show the need for decentralization through extensive censorship on social media, seeing it here. I'm sure we're seeing maybe some form of censorship probably that's going to be happening through the supply chain. And how is decentralization really going to change all of that? Payments platform Shopify and Stripe deplatformed Trump's campaign after the violence, which saw 5 deaths, including, yeah, I hear you. Brooks said that this is an extension of the existing pressure payment companies have exerted on businesses in the past, such as MasterCard and Visa, announcing they wouldn't process transactions for spank stuff. We live in a world where not only information but also money might be controlled by a handful of elites who might not like the way any one of us thinks, Brooks said in the live-streamed interview with Elliptic CEO. This is what decentralization is about. In the world of crypto, there is no CEO. Crypto is about freedom, and if you didn't believe that freedom mattered last week, you should think about it again. Man, exciting times we're going into, man. What's going to be happening going into next week? People were super excited today. So much hype about today. I mean, we still have the rest of the day to go forward, without a doubt. And, you know, we still got the rest of the week ahead of us, too. We'll end up seeing what happens, man. That's for sure. A lot of people excited about today, though, especially in the XRP community, right? I think people were saying, you know, something about 113, right? Well, still at 30 cents for now, but who knows? When do you think we'll see FBTC? Probably soon, man. It'll probably be closer to the launch. I think you're going to keep hearing more and more about Flare. I think once this genie's out of the bottle, you're not going to stop hearing about it. It's the first Turing-complete Federal Byzantine Agreement algorithm, right? It's going to have some major significance on this space. I think so, at least. I think a lot of people are undervaluing it and underrating it because of its, you know, involvement and affiliation with Ripple and XRP. I think when this thing drops, or when it's a year in or 2 years in under Flare Networks, and Flare is a token that's been around for a good bit, I think you're going to see some really tremendous growth. I'm really going to be holding on to a lot of my Flare. I'll probably use Flare Finance for some things, but I don't know if I'm going to use all of my Spark for it. But definitely excited for FLR, and then of course what Flare Finance is going to be bringing as well. Yep, Forrest Garlinghouse, that's what people were saying for this event is, you know, it's a dark moon on the new moon, right? But once it starts getting brighter and brighter, we're going to see that price day by day just going up, right? That's what some people are speculating on. Alchemist, I hear you, man. It's just, at this time, it's just what happens. Let's not get too excited about dates. Sometimes they do happen and things do start to move on. I was excited about 1221 because that was more of an astrological excitement, and I still think that has some significance to what we are experiencing in 2021 and beyond. Since 1221, there has been that astrological shift. Funny enough, we do have another conjunction that's a rare one that's going to be happening very soon with Jupiter, Saturn, and Mercury. Some people excited about that as well, but I do believe 1221, we saw that shift with the SEC on that day announcing that they would be suing Ripple, and it really just started, you know, alt season started really running post 1221 as well. You started seeing a lot of these alts starting to run, like the Nanos, like the XLMs, right? The NEMs. And other cryptocurrencies, right? The V chains. 14 days until the moon. I see. DM probably going to be that social coin. Likes equals more DMs. Strikes equals dedication. To get the masses and reward and punish people for posts that agree or disagree with big tech corporate narratives. Miles Parker, I hear you. There's also Howdo. Howdo is one of those social media coins as well, with the UDO token. 122, 2020, I almost died, so that will be a big day for me. Jeff, wow, crazy, man. Wow, that's going to be a total full circle. Does anyone notice when you close your eyes, you can see the logo? That's all you see now, man. It's just everywhere. It's just everywhere now. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Guys, thanks for the 12 likes. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We're going to be wrapping it up here. It was a little bit of a shorter live stream, but I appreciate the Blue Crew, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for tuning in. Always appreciate your support. You guys mean the world, and you guys help out this channel so much. Thank you. BTC community, Ethereum community, XRP community, ADA community, DOT community, XLM community, XMR community, EOS community, crypto community, DLT community, all the communities out there. And guys, never tell you guys what to do. I'll just tell you guys what's up. And Blockstack looking like it's up in the past hour. DAG, Track, Constellation. I need to get some more Track, actually. I need to get on that Track train. And AVAX, that's for sure. Some of the news we looked over. Christine Lagarde talking about regulating Bitcoin. Institutions don't have their fill yet, says Mike Novogratz. OCC's Brian Brooks talking about DeFi and, you know, the incident that happened last week and its significance and the censorship that's going on with payment providers. BitGo hiring former COO of Coinbase. Colombia race to become a major regional crypto market. Guys, appreciate everybody who tuned in. You guys are amazing. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Probably not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. But much love. Adios.